So we're talking about social media and how to choose the right social media platforms for your brand. So Coral, I thought it would be fun to do a little rapid fire exercise with an overview of kind of all the major platforms and the strengths and weaknesses for each. You ready?
Ready.
All right, let's go. So we'll start with Facebook.
Okay. So Facebook is one of the platforms that a lot of users typically begin with when they're first starting out on social because it has the most users. So there's almost 3 billion active users monthly on this platform. So a whole lot of users, which means that there's a wider audience that, you can reach more people of different demographics here. So it's great in that perspective. Also, just being able to engage with them is a great platform for that. And they are the number one for website traffic. So, and like getting website clicks. So if you're looking and that's one of your goals to drive traffic to your website, Facebook might be a great place to start. And then some weaknesses with Facebook too is that not very Gen Z oriented. It's more of a older demographic. However, there are some, of course, younger users that use this platform. But again, if you're truly tailoring a very young audience, this may not be the best platform for you. And I would say that's probably the primary weakness there. And just like the reach too is limited because, again, there's so many users on this platform that it's difficult to reach them organically. So same with Instagram, which I'll be getting there in a second, but Facebook and Instagram are very pay to play. So you have to invest your paid media dollars there to try to reach more people and bring more brand awareness.
Yeah. So Instagram.
So Instagram is a very visual social media platform, which is great. So for example, if you're a restaurant or you're a travel industry and you're really wanting to showcase things visually, this is a great platform for that and a great way to establish, brand reach. A weakness with Instagram, I'd say again too, it's really the pay to play situation there is that there are so many users. I mean, Facebook is the number one, but Instagram kind of falls right underneath that with a little over 1 billion users. And so again, people are actively scrolling. And if you don't have visually engaging content, they're not as likely to interact with your stuff. So again, you have to really create high caliber content on this platform. So while it's great being visual and fun, you have to have, high caliber content in order to get engagement, because again, you're competing with a lot of different people on this platform, making it more challenging. So if you just kind of post subpar content, good luck.
It's a demanding standard for the Instagram audience. How about Twitter?
So with Twitter, it's great for in the moment. So if you have any quick news you want to share with, your users, it's a great place for that. Limited characters, so that could be a pro or con depending on how you look at it. Maybe you're not looking to type very much. And, also with this platform, you don't have to necessarily include imagery, which is great. It's really known for those quick messages. So again, some, content performs better when you have imagery, but at the same time too, this is a platform that doesn't necessarily require it. So if you don't have the time to capture a lot of content and you're just trying to reach an audience, I think this is a great platform for that because you can quickly send out some messages, reach your audience. You're not having to put too much time there. But again, if you're trying to type out a lot, good luck because you're very limited on characters here. And so again, that could be your pro or con depending how you look at it. But also with Twitter, I would say a weakness there is that you just have to remain very frequent. So a lot of tweets going out, and again, it can get lost in the shuffle because there are a lot of users on this platform too. So unless you're staying consistent and you're posting frequently and, remaining relevant on that platform, you're kind of gonna get lost in the shuffle. So
how about LinkedIn?
So LinkedIn is great for business to business. So again, as we kind of talked in our other Peel Good episode, if you want to watch it, that you can really target other businesses. You can do that through articles and blogs. And this is a great way to reach people organically on this platform. And it's not necessarily, you can pay, of course, on here. But at the same time, too, you have a better chance of reaching a more targeted audience organically on this platform because there are a lot less users, too. So a lot of people use LinkedIn solely for business purposes. So that that's kind of the audience that you're targeting here. But at the same time, too, there's like 303 million users versus the 1 to 3 billion. So there's a lot more, chances for organic engagement here.
Sure.
So that's one of the great things about LinkedIn. But a weakness here is that those paid media dollars are very expensive. So if you decide you want to pull leads on LinkedIn and that's, your business goal, just be prepared to put some money there into LinkedIn, because that is very expensive for your cost per click.
How about YouTube?
YouTube. So YouTube is actually the second largest search engine. So Google is number one, YouTube's number two. So YouTube is a great place for searching content. And the thing is too, is that it's pretty evergreen. So once you post a video, it is applicable for years to come. So sometimes you post on Instagram and Twitter. And of course, while those posts are still going to exist, you know, they'll be way down in the feed and people may not, you know, look for it as much as when it first initially posts. So you may still get some impressions on it later down the road, but it's very likely that, you know, you're getting your immediate impressions and then it's kind of dissipating. Whereas YouTube, you know, if you're searching how to, you know, start a business, that can be relevant for someone starting today, and that's relevant for someone a year from now. So the great thing about YouTube is if you are investing in that, it's something that can continuously bring, you know, impressions. And if you take it on a business route, that can continue to bring in revenue too, depending on the views and streams that you get. So again, that's great for searchability and just, you know, remaining to pull impressions and engagements and have people know your brand. Decline to that though is that it takes a lot of time. It's very time consuming. So if you're a business and you're just getting started and you don't have a lot of time, it's not the place to start, because you have one, production cost. So microphones, cameras, lighting, you know, all different types of equipment costs a good amount of money to getting started. So unless you have that money set aside for investing in that, it can be a bit tricky and complicated. And then two, just the production time it takes. So setting up your equipment, filming your video, taking down the equipment, video editing, it's a longer process, but again, it can be lucrative, you know, depending on what you create.
Yeah. Let's talk Pinterest.
Pinterest. So also another search engine there. It's actually, it falls kind of like right underneath YouTube. So again, this is a great place for searching content and staying relevant with trends. So a lot of times it's DIY searching for, you know, different things in different times. So that's a pro and a con is, you know, for example, if you're a home builder and you're posting modern things and modern's really popular right now, there's a good chance you can get some good impressions and brand awareness and visibility. However, if that changes and it's no longer relevant, then your content really is no longer relevant. So it can be here and be great and it can be gone tomorrow. So that's that's the decline with Pinterest. And sometimes too, you know, just seeing activity from that. A lot of people go to Pinterest solely to learn how to do something or for inspiration. And so when they, you know, get that inspiration, it doesn't necessarily convert, you know, to followers or to sales or anything like that. It's more of a inspirational. Yeah. So of course you can get brand awareness there, but getting the, you know, converts is a bit tricky on that platform.
Yeah. Last but not least, TikTok.
TikTok, my favorite. Of course, being Gen Z, technically being 97. I love TikTok. TikTok is a great platform to reach that younger audience because a lot of people on there, it's very heavily Gen Z based, but you have, you know, middle to older demographic too, surprisingly. And this is also one of the largest platforms and continues to keep growing. So TikTok is great for brand awareness, especially small businesses. Small businesses thrive on TikTok solely for the fact if you're like a clothing company or you do makeup or whatever, you start getting started on there as a small business and you're constantly putting out content. There's been a lot of small businesses that have gone viral and completely sold out. So the great thing here is like if you are a small business and you're constantly promoting your business, you can do very well on this platform. However, again, consistency and post frequency. So to be relevant, especially starting out too on TikTok, you have to post all the time. So you're really trying to get on people's For You page. You got to put in the work. You got to film a lot of videos, which again can be time consuming. And the, you know, weakness here with TikTok is trends. So this app is highly based on trending audio sounds, trending dances, things of that nature. So a trend typically lasts from a week to a month. And then if you don't jump on that and you don't film it immediately, it's gone. You missed it. You missed your chance. So it's like it moves fast and you have to be on the trends and ready to go. But TikTok is a great place if you're a smaller business looking to really expand your brand awareness and your reach. I think it's a great platform to really get started with.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, social media platforms in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Thanks,
there
Cora.
you have it. No problem.